Hi guys, who the heck are you?
Oh, I'm Hayes Noble.
I'm Everett Noble.
And I'm Brett Noble.
What instruments do you guys play? Starting over here with Hayes.
I play guitar and I sing.
I play bass.
And I play drums.
Hell yeah. Alright, I gotta go off the list here. Alright, so where were you guys originally based out of?
Galena, Illinois, which is the northwest corner of Illinois there, so the tri-state area. Chicago's in like the top right of the state. We were right on the Mississippi. Yeah.
So why'd you guys move here?
My mom got a job here in May. When we were on tour, it was still kind of iffy whether we were all going to move out here right away. My dad ended up getting a position at Shadle though. And so with my whole family moving out there, instead of going to college outside of Chicago, it just made sense to follow suit,
Right on. So how long have you guys been a band together?
We played our first show in June of 2022.
So
it's been over
started,
2 years because the first show anniversary was last week, right?
So it was June 13th.
We opened for Bob Log, the third. Yeah, it was
Used
crazy.
to be on Fat Possum.
Yeah.
So you recorded that demo.
Yeah, I did some demos and
finished
stuff.
it in like January of 22.
Put it out in February.
And then we played in June. And then we started playing more after that.
Yeah, kind of really started playing out and getting serious in like October, September, October.
And the Ev and I playing was initially just going to be like a temporary thing.
Yeah, I started playing to just play with Hayes. Like I didn't think he just needed a bass player, and growing up in a small town, there wasn't a lot of people available to play. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's not a lot of fun playing with like your dad and stuff. So.
No, I mean that's the thing though. Like he was the best drummer I knew. It was a tiny little town.
Not a lot of people. It's a small town.
There wasn't any other drummers in town. I also had fucking 16, 17 years of chemistry with too.
That's true.
So it just made sense. And it was fun. That's why we kept.
So you guys originally just kind of jammed together and then it just kind of stuck?
Yeah, it just made sense to jam the parts out with musicians that lived in the same house as me.
It is convenient.
Yeah, it's so convenient. I can see why a lot of my favorite bands broke up because
they weren't obligated. They weren't obligated to be with each other.
Yeah. We kind of have no choice.
So I already went over the formation, I guess. What are your guys'... let's see if I can make this as specific as possible. What is each one of your guys' inspirations for playing an instrument? Like, Hayes, what inspires you as a guitarist and vocalist?
Well, vocalist, two questions.
And lyricist.
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting in there.
Yeah, you're about to see everything. Well, I picked up the guitar because of Eddie Van Halen, actually. I got really into Van Halen. Only David Lee Roth stuff, though. I don't fuck with Sammy Hagar. Van Hagar sucks. All that stuff sucks. It's okay. But, yeah, no, I got really into him. Made me want to pick a guitar. But in terms of, like, stylistically and since picking up the guitar and writing my own songs, it's safe to say, like, Jay Mascis, Doug Marsh, Bob Mould, all those guys are huge inspirations to me. Lyrically, Doug Marsh is a big one. I love Dylan. I love Neil Young. Yeah.
So that's for lyrics. What about like vocal style?
A vocal style, I guess. Doug Marsh, I guess you could say, is another one. I haven't really settled on my vocal style yet, if that makes sense.
So you're still kind of finding your voice?
Yeah. There's lots of, Paul Westerberg, like, I love his voice. Like all the emotional hardcore stuff. I love Title Fight, stuff like that. So I'm still kind of figuring it out, but yeah.
Gotcha. Everett, what inspired you to pick up a bass?
So technically, like, when I started playing bass because Hayes needed a bass player, so I think Hayes was kind of my inspiration, but for like my stage presence and just how I kind of like handle it, because I'm still like learning, Lou Barlow is definitely big inspiration for me, just because of how he's on stage and what he does and how he plays. I think definitely he's probably my biggest inspiration for when it comes to playing the bass. But for starting and picking it up, it goes to Hayes because he needed someone and I was there, and I think it was just think I'm like really grateful for that opportunity, you know. But yeah.
Rad. Brett, what inspired you to start playing drums? You've been playing drums for a while
I've never
too.
even heard this.
Yeah.
Fuck. Tommy
So
Lee?
I've been playing drums since I was 10, and I'm 45, so 35 years. In fact, last Christmas was the 35th anniversary of when I got my first
Oh,
drum
yeah.
set. So back then, I was really into like the 80s metal, like hair metal stuff, you know, like Poison and Motley Crue and all that. And yes, Tommy Lee would have been like, you know, the first drummer that I thought was super cool. But then, you know, when I got playing, you know, obviously that changed. I got into a lot of hardcore and punk stuff, and you know, my style is pretty straightforward. I'm not very good. I'm not very technical. I can play fairly fast and fairly hard. And so, anybody like, you know, anything in that vein, you know, is what inspired me.
Dave Grohl kind of a big one for.
I mean, yeah, that was some. You know, Jeff Nelson from Minor Threat, just kind of straightforward, fast beats. That's what inspired me.
Brad. What else do we got here? Oh, you guys are going on tour tomorrow. What are your plans for tour? How far are you going? How long are you guys gonna be gone?
So we're gonna be gone for 30 days, 25 dates. We're taking a break 4th of July weekend to hang out in our hometown in the Midwest. But yeah, I mean, in terms of what we're gonna do, hopefully play some shows. We'll find out.
Is there any like places that you can name drop in case people can catch you?
Oh yeah, I mean, we're going as far east as Reading, Pennsylvania. You know, we're playing Chicago, we're playing Pittsburgh, playing Kansas City,
We play
playing
a
the
lot
Quad
in
Cities.
Washington too, though, towards the end.
Yeah, we play Olympia as the last show of the tour.
In Richland.
In
Yeah,
Richland, July 19th.
Yep.
At the Emerald?
You'll be there. Yeah, we're playing the Emerald, which would be really cool because that's the one uptown venue
We
we haven't played
haven't
yet.
played yet, yeah.
I heard they got great Thai food too. Yeah, it is Thai food, right? I think it's Thai food.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, 25 dates. We'll be off for a week to hang out in Illinois, where we're from. But yeah, a lot of places we've played before, but there's a few places we've never played. Tomorrow night we play Billings, Montana.
Crazy.
We're playing a couple shows in North Dakota. We're playing Minot, which is a little town that I've always wanted to go to because a guy that I played music with a long time ago was from that town. So it's strange that I know, you know, where it's at. This little town in
And we
North
play
Dakota.
Fargo too,
We
right?
play Fargo, and then Minneapolis, and then a lot of
Iowa City, Madison.
It'll be cool to play a lot of those campus towns because,
Well, you know,
Those-
it's summer, so.
but yeah, there's still cool places to play.
Yeah, and we've played there before, and we've got friends and some bands that we play with again, and it's kind of like there's like 5 or 6 dates in the middle that are sort of like a homecoming, like towns that we used to play a lot in,
Yeah.
Madison, Iowa City, Quad Cities, Dubuque. So that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Rad. Last question I got is future plans. Any future ideas for albums or just anything?
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
I've been working on starting my own project, kind of like Title Fight's a big inspiration for me, like emotional hardcore stuff. But I'm just trying to hammer some parts down. It's gonna be, I think it'll be pretty easy for me to, with playing with Hayes, I've built connections with people here in Spokane. So I'm trying to find people when I get the project solidified and I have some parts and I have some songs written. Trying to find people to play with, but those are my future plans for right now. We're just, you know, trying to fill in with people when they need me. As I'm getting older, it'd be cooler to play with more people besides, you know, my dad and my brother. But, you know, yeah, that's my future plans.
Right on. Hayes or Brett, you guys got any future plans? Any more ideas for albums? You guys just released your second album, correct?
Yeah.
So like I think that's the plan is when we get back for Hayes to
That's
sit down and start writing. He usually kind of knocks them out.
Yeah.
Pretty quick when he sits down and starts putting parts together.
I gotta, yeah, that's really the next thing for me is to just write the next fucking record. But I don't know, other than that, guess that's kind of it. I should probably get on that. Figure out something else.
He's got a lot of parts. He'll put them together and he knocks them out. So I run a label, and I've got a new record coming out by a band from back in Illinois, Iowa called Running Man, which it's great. It's kind of like Stooges style punk rock, and it's got the current singer of the Dead Kennedys playing. So
Not Jello.
no, the current singer who used to be in a band back in the '90s. He was on Lookout Records called Winona Ryder.
What's your
Winona
record
Riders.
label?
It's 221 Press. So I put out Hayes' stuff.
Yeah.
I used to run a record label way back in the '90s, early 2000s, called Plow City Records. And then you have kids and you get busy with jobs and stuff. And so now my wife and I are in a position where we can support artists and people we like. So we're looking for some new projects. We're looking for some more bands to help. But that's the next one that's slated, and that just got sent to the pressing plant. So that'll be out this fall, and we'll see what happens after that.
That's
pretty
awesome.
good.
I totally forgot that. I forgot to include Rose. Rose is your wife, your guys' mom, and she
Yep.
she hangs out with you guys and takes pictures.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's an artist. So Rose and I, came up in punk rock and hardcore, and have been involved in all aspects. Whether it was playing, she played in a noise band that I had there for a while called Griffins. And when Hayes was little, we were actively still playing and touring and whatnot. Just around the Midwest. But she does art, and she's always done like a lot of the concept stuff for my projects and whatnot.
She did my first album cover.
Yeah,
Head cleaner of me. She
she
jumped
does
in the
that.
pool. That's her at the bottom of the pool.
taking those pictures.
What was
But
the-
yeah, so she's an artist and old punk rock kid, and does shows and things, and so we try to stay creative and stay involved in DIY, and have been doing that for 25 years or 30 years, something like that.
That's
So-
awesome. Sorry, I just remembered one more question. You mentioned Head Cleaner, which is your first album, correct? What was the inspiration behind the album cover? It kind of gave me a Nevermind idea.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to do it underwater. I like, there's a lot of cool, Nevermind, yeah, that's a good one.
Ty's first record, he
Yeah.
did an underwater cover too.
Yeah. I don't know, I just thought it'd be fucking cool.
Rad.
I don't
Well,
have like an answer.
it's all good. Well, I think that'll wrap it up. I'll leave you guys the hell alone, and I'll get back
Perfect.
home.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Hey, thank
Yeah,
you.
of course.
So much.